Hey guys, what's going on? This is Meshi with Path to Wellness with Meshi. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me here today. As you can tell by the title, today I'm going to bring you the brand new, the Danielle Laporte Desire Map Planner for 2019. I have picked up two, and I thought that I would do a quick review for you guys and let you know my thoughts, let you know how they are different from last year's. If you have last year's, if you're new to planning, then will this be the right one for you, and also just what you can expect in general from this line. So if you wanted to find out my thoughts and what's working, what I feel like is kind of missing, there's not much missing, then just stay tuned and let's get started with the video. Now, I wanted to give you guys a quick reminder that I will be providing you a link in the description where you can actually pick up the planners and my weekly roundup videos where I give you a full recap each week in your mailbox of what were the best takeaways, exclusive offers, and any potential discounts of my online services. Then that would be the place that you can sign up, and it's completely free. And I'm offering it to my YouTube community because I think that I post regularly about eco-living and just more of a holistically driven lifestyle. So because I go into so many different things, sometimes I feel like it can be kind of a challenge for you to really have the time to really watch all my videos. So I wanted to give you the best of the best and really take out like the best takeaways so that you can just kind of still not miss out on the content. So if you wanted to sign up for that, it's completely free. I left the link in the description so you have that available. I will also leave links to everything that I'm talking about here. The video is not sponsored, so we don't need to worry, but I am a part of the release team that helps just kind of give you some information about the Desire planners, and I had the opportunity to try these out and really just kind of take a look at them and compare them to last year's, and especially that I'm a lefty in the bullet journal community. That's kind of an interesting one if you ask me, because not many people are left-handed. So if you wanted to see my thoughts, then just let's get started with the video. Okay, so I wanted to kind of talk to you about this here as well, but I will be bringing you close up in a mere moment when we're talking about the planners. So like I mentioned in the intro, I did pick up two. I will talk to you more about the purple one because as you can tell, they're slightly different. I totally thought they're the exact same thing, but they're not. One thing I wanted to let you know is that here, I don't know why I'm not able to handle this better. You have, they have these cut-ins. So as these cut-ins, they kind of show you like the particular month so that you can kind of find it a little bit easier. And these are also guided. So guided as in each month is already predetermined for you. I will show you a close-up in a mere moment. I'm not blinding you right now, but basically this is the month for September. And with the white one that I picked up, it's quite different because you can actually fill them out as you go. So if you wanted to start on the month of October, for example, then they left that completely blank for you. They just have the boxes, and then here you can kind of write like what month it is, and then you can sort of pick what word you wanted to take on and represent. So this one is more if you wanted to have the freedom to just start whichever month you wanted to, and then this guy is completely predetermined for the year 2019. So they're slightly different in that regard. Very similar in their approach. They're both weekly planners, and they do give you more. I feel like they took mindfulness practices to the next level if I'm comparing it to last year's, because I feel like here we're really getting to the root of truly living by design. I think that it's not only beautiful, but also it gives you just that freedom to really go deeper with and really like use your planner. And it's almost like a planner and a journal, kind of. If they were to get married and have a baby, then that will be the Desire Map Planner, basically. it gives you so many different beautiful prompts for, you know, not only reflecting on how the month went, but then how do you want to really conduct your week? What are the main emotions that you're after, and then what will you do so that you can create that emotion? Like, how can you be in that emotional state? And then how will you show up in devotion in your spiritual life? So I feel like they've really taken every area of your life and it's helping you. It's definitely a tool that will help you really create your life by design. And I'm a massive fan of any and every tool that is truly there to support you in where you can bring the best and highest version of yourself to the forefront. Because really, I find that sometimes products come out and honestly, they are only getting the job about half done. Whereas here, I feel like we really nailed it. We really hit a home run with this product, not because it's going to be another product that you get to buy, but because I feel like the main areas that we're really asking those hard questions, and she's really giving you beautiful prompts where it gets your brain to just start thinking deeper rather than just staying at the superficial, like when I'm going shopping next, or when can I, you know, schedule in my next date night. Same thing with gratitude. We took it to the next level where it's like, why are you grateful? What did you catch each day and each week that really truly made you connect deeper? So products like that, I'm absolutely a big thumbs up on it. I'm absolutely a huge fan. I love that at the end of each month, it gives you not only like, okay, what are your core feelings? What are your intention? What are your goals? Okay, how are you doing on your goals? Like, what's really working? How can you really just give yourself a virtual high five and take that in, which most women, like, you know, girl, you and I both know that we don't do that enough. We don't cheerlead each other on. We don't cheerlead ourselves on to a point where, I don't know why this is becoming a rant, but calm down, Mesh. But honestly, just the fact that we're even leaving that section in there in a planner, that you need to force yourself to really just take that in. It's good, it's positive. What is working for you? Girl, keep that going. And what is something that just needs to shift? Because it's not that it's not working, but it's not working to a point that it's not as optimal, it's not as precise. And that's where we're getting a little bit deeper into this here. And then how I will be less accommodating, more accommodating, or less worried, or how will I take on more pleasure? Like, how can I get into more pleasure creating? Those are just some of the prompts that she gives you here. And honestly, there's so much. There's just so much. Like, I think that you definitely just need to see this. And then of course, like, she gives you like a full section here. To move forward with my goals, I will, and then boom. And then really, once you've kind of figured out like, these are my goals, this is what I want to achieve, this is how I want to feel, and this is what's working, this is what's not working. And then after that, this is what I truly desire that also came up throughout the month. And then let's go and make a rocking plan. So big thumbs up to Team D and to Danielle Laporte. This is all I wanted to really share with you. Let's get you right into the footage where I talk to you just a little bit more about the planner. I'm not going to be filling these out very much, only because I'm still working through November and December for this year's, but I will be using these in my December plan with me, so stay tuned for that. Without further ado, let's dive right in. So I actually got two. I'll just show you. I received this white marbled beautifulness, and I also got this black with like the purple and the green and the gold. It's sort of like a close-up of a granite or a crystal, if you ask me. Size-wise, this is a little bit smaller than last year's, and they have made it into a weekly planner instead of a daily planner. You can still get daily planners. They do have a downloadable format where you can go in, and it's designed for your iPad, so you do have that option as well. I just got the actual physical planners because I love them so much, so I wanted to just hop on real quick and actually review it. Okay, let's just take a look at this guy first. So the outside, when you look at it, is still a very beautiful ring bound, and I will probably show you, if you haven't had a chance to take a look at my quick unboxing on Facebook, I did a quick Facebook Live where I bring you in closer and I show you a comparison. But here, so if you're brand new, this is completely ring bound, and you've got a nice hard cover at the front and at the back, and then we've got some embossing going on in the back with Danielle Laporte's name and her website. And then at the front, it's her famous saying, "What I will do to feel the way I want to feel." And this is sort of her like trademark question, because she's really asking, it's sort of like you're asking the right questions so that you get to the root of really truly designing your life and your days and your weeks and living by design rather than living by default. So this is what first of all, I really love about the intention behind how she really creates her planners. Okay, now let's open this guy up. So on the inside, we have sort of an insert cover here. And again, it's just filled with just prompts and words that can really inspire you. This sort of reminds me of when you go to Lululemon and then they have their bags that sort of, it's a branded wording that they kind of put on there. This is the same type of feel. That it says kick-ass, kindred, optimistic. It will give you a whole bunch of different words, and I think that if you ever wanted to, I've seen people do this for when they start their 2019, of just kind of pick a few words that really represent you, that you want to take on as your word for the year. Then this kind of gives you some idea. So then you open it up, it says the Desire Map Planner from Danielle Laporte 2019 Weekly. And then there's a little, well, it has all of her links here, and then you can actually use the hashtag Desire Map, and then that way you can show off your own and show off to the entire Team D to just really how you're choosing to use it. So I really love that. It's very interactive and very inclusive. So then there is a quick letter from Danielle. So this all started with one sticky note tucked into my agenda, and I wrote down our feelings that I most wanted to experience that year, because when I sketched out my goals, it wasn't all that lit up. But when I thought, well, whatever I make happen, I want to feel good about it, something shifted. I realized that it wasn't the particular achievement or getting the thing that was driving me. What I was going for was the feeling I wanted to feel when I got what I wanted or thought I wanted. I turned my ambition inside out. I got clear on my core desired feelings, and I put my goals and to-dos in service of my heart. And that sticky note turned into a book, a facilitators program, and this planner collection. So there's something to this. And with every new day planner edition, I say, this is even better than last year's, but this is even better. After 7 years, I think we've got the system dialed. So to sum up, this feeling first then strategy, because when you're clear on how you most want to feel, decisions happen more easily, and you know when to say no thank you and when it's a yes. And the micro task to the big stuff. This is about making more conscious choices. And I think a rich life is made of meaningfulness and courage and devotion to the sacred. A to-do list of obligation won't get you that, but some introspection and action just might. So this is where your heart meets your head and where your soul directs your goals. So I hope you light it up. And here's to love and flexible plans. Put your soul on the agenda. Love, Danielle. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Like I have goosebumps just as I read this. So then she kind of talks a little bit about the Desire Map Planner program. So there's like a full program that you can download. And she's actually at the very moment, she is still going through a weekly program. I believe it's a 6-week program. I can link the link in the description so that you can, I believe you can still sign up for it and view it, where she kind of shows you sort of how to use the planner. But here's just a quick breakdown of how to use the prompts, because there's a bunch of prompts on the inside. And once you have an understanding of how to use it, then you can really get more out of it rather than just use it as, I mean, you can just use it as your daily or your weekly planner, but I think that once you have an understanding of how to make the most of it, then this becomes a lot easier. So obviously we're going to start with the my core desired feelings. So you write down how you most want to feel every day. So all your CDFs, or just one in particular, the definition of the feeling, a promise to yourself, or some ideas about the feeling. So I like to kind of think of the core desire feelings as like your intention for the week, your intention for the day. And once you can get really clear, then you can sort of use that as an anchor to really bounce things off of that as a base, rather than just feel like, you know, you have to sort of answer to all the masters. So I really love that she sort of brought it down this way. What I will do to feel the way I want to feel. So what do you need to do, have, or experience for you to generate your core desired feelings, your preferred states of being? So that sounds pretty self-explanatory. Then we have body and wellness, so the key things you'll do to be well. Devotion, your spiritual practices, like here's an example, like what or who will you pray for, which meditations are you doing, contemplation activities, rituals, what actually sacred means to you. What's not working, so get real about the negatives so you can plan to transform them. This is so key. I love that we brought this up, because there's so many times that it's a massive challenge for me personally to just really look at it's easy to see what's working, but then when you're looking at what's not working, how do you truly turn that into, you know, an opportunity? Stop doing, so refer to your not working notes and decide what needs to stop. Then grateful, so next to each gratitude, describe why you're grateful, and it deepens the appreciation. Soul prompt, so open to interpretations, just say what's in your heart. Reflect and envision progress, pride, delight, and insight, disappointment, wisdom, and ideas. So you get to really reflect and really just let your ideas roam and dream of like truly what you want to manifest. Declaration and encouragement, so cheerlead yourself on and write love notes to yourself and affirm. Relationships and organization, who will you love, serve, and connect with? And love action and or ask, how will you love, serve, and connect? So then we have like a full astrology overview with both when the new moons are and when the full moons are, which I think that if you're not following astrology, if you're not following moon cycles, I think that this might be a really beautiful way to just really get guidance on how to sort of get started with that. Then we have the retrograde. So here she breaks down when we have Mercury retrogrades, when we have eclipses, and then we have all the dates for that. Then we have the astrology guide. So then it just kind of breaks down like your own personality. So I'm an Aquarius, which makes it's fixed air, humanitarian, inventive, and originality. Those are the things that I guess make me tick. Desire, soul, and goals. So if you've done the Desire Map Planner program, then you'll likely know what you're bringing with you from your previous year and what you are. So done with free and clear workbook, your desired feelings workbook, and some clear intentions and goals. So this is the page where you record and highlight of all of the above and get your discoveries and declarations into one place. The sacred space of your planner. So your core desired feelings and goals intentions may change over the year, but start where you are now, and then you can redraft, erase, and add to this list as you go. So I'm not going to be filling this out because really I just wanted to give you a quick review. I will be filling this out as we're getting a little bit closer. Probably in my December plan with me, we will kind of get into this a little bit more, because I don't want to fill out what my core desired feelings are for next year. I want to actually finish off the year, but you have your core desired feelings, what your intentions and your goals are. And here I'm looking at more of an annual goal than my habits and rituals. And again, I would actually look at filling this out with a pencil rather than with a pen, only because I think that you may come back, like she said, you may come back to this and then redraft it. And then notes to my future self. One thing that I will say that they kept and they sort of made better in my opinion. And then here's like your 2019 overview. So you have like the full monthlies broken down. Then 2020 is also here if you wanted to plan that much ahead. And then we're starting with the full monthly breakdown of January. And then you have a little mantra here. So this one is from Yogi Bhajan. So bountiful am I, blissful am I, beautiful am I. So this is the mantra from Yogi Bhajan. You can speak or chant this out loud as a whisper or silently to yourself and believe it. Then we move on to, so now we're on to the full weekly breakdown. So here you get to write down my core desired feelings. I wanted to test this out, so I'm going to be using my Copic pen. And see how we do on the paper. Not horrible. Like, I kind of wish it didn't have that much of a bleed through, but again, like these are pretty hefty pens. Oh, nice. It gives you actually December 31st. What I will do to feel the way I want to feel, I wanted to see how, I don't think that this will bleed through at all, guys. So this is the midliner pen that I used. No, see, like no bleed through. On the Copic pen, you want to go a lot lighter. And I'm pretty sure that if I were to use one of the Tombow pens, it would totally be fine. These usually don't bleed through very much at all. No bleed through, so that's cool. Okay, so you have your to-dos for each day, and then you have your core desired feelings, what you will do, your devotion, and your body and wellness. So body and wellness, I will nourish my body, and then you can kind of, I feel like this you can pretty much break down of like on a weekly what your actual goals are, and then you can kind of bring them in. And then you have like a little message each day, but you will, one of the things that I loved about last year's is actually that she also had the perforated corners. So here you can just kind of take off the word that you love the most. So we're starting with kindred, magical. And then as you turn the page, now there's like 2 pages completely dedicated to your mental and emotional health here. So reflect and envision. So what core desired feelings is most alive in your life right now? Why and why not? And then it's like journal, like actually get into the journaling part of it. Now let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Then what you're grateful for, because, oh yes, I love this. I love the fact that we're going a little bit deeper than just the superficial. Well, I'm grateful for, like, and I've seen this, and I think that you probably heard me talk about this before, where we're just really getting very superficial about our grateful list, and we're not really asking why and what the details are, and because then that way I feel like it's going to be hitting just a little bit deeper in your subconscious. Here's what's not working. So she gives you a section of what's not working. Does it feel right, or does it feel light or heavy? Then what you should stop doing, so where you can speak up. Then you have your declarations and encouragements, so speak highly of yourself. So here you can sort of write down anything and everything that you really wanted to. They're your declarations. They're the things that are going to be really going well for you. Relationships and organization. So who could use a little bit more love, and how are you going to be kindling those relationships in your life, like both professional, family, romantic relationships. Like this is sort of, I feel like, where you can make a weekly check-in of like what's working, and then your soul prompt, what you're really proud of. And then let me see what it, so this, and then it kind of just repeats, but then at the end, here we go. Oh, beauty. So you also have, sorry, I'm keep kicking the camera. For past month, it gives you, so at the very end of the month, so you have that same page that I just showed you, and then you can go back and reflect, and then you can, because what's the point of you filling the planner out if you can't really learn and grow with it? Really, I think that the whole point is for you to just, you know, use it in a way that it can become your actual tool for personal growth. So always be clarifying. Knowing how you actually want to feel is the most potent and clarifying clarity that you can have, and generating those feelings is the most powerfully creating thing that you can do with your life. So my core desired feelings are strongest and I feel most aligned with. I'm moving forward, and so again, she gives you a couple of prompts to sort of get you thinking about it. My goal, my intention, what's really working, what needs to shift, and how I will be stronger, softer, more determined, less uptight. So again, it gives you a few ideas of, okay, this is how I want to feel. These are my goals that will make me feel the way that I want to feel. This is what's like super working and it worked for the past month, so I will continue to do that. This is what needs to shift or just let go of because it's not working anymore. And then this is how I'm going to make it happen. So how I will be stronger, softer, and more determined, like whatever it is that I'm really desiring. And then to move forward, these are my new goals and my intentions. Love it. It's so intuitive. And then you have, the rest is just basically, you have a little tab for your monthly. Some of them are gold, some of them are white. Gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And then at the end, she gives you some more information about her, and you also get 25% off if you wanted to get the Desire Map, anything really, like basically from her shop. She also has, you get $100 off your first year of the Desire Map Facilitator Program and the Firestarter Facilitator Program. So very cool. Now let's take a look. So here's last year's. So I feel like they reduced it by like at least about maybe an inch on the side and also at the top. So it has become smaller. I will say I still love this, but like it was big. Like it was so big. I mean, I love the colors, how like she had like different colors for each month. So we're really coming to the end here. Here, this one is a little bit different because it gives you more freedom. You know, you fill out whatever, and you start whatever month you want to start on. See, like here are your monthlies. This is all your monthlies. And then again, like you're still getting like the same prayer and everything on the side. And then you can move into your weeklies. But again, you're the one who's writing in the dates, and again, like a lot of it stayed the same, but I feel like this it gives you more personalization. So that's why you don't have, see how like it doesn't have that cut in, that perforation on this side as it did with the blue one. I don't know, personally, especially if I'm starting my planner in January, I kind of prefer the one where it gives me that option, like I know like when I have to kind of come into the monthly. The other thing that it doesn't have, I feel like, oh no, it does. You still get that elastic band on the outside. Still very beautiful. Same layout as the purple one. I'm calling it purple. It's the purple marble one. Same layout. Now, is this similar layout than the old one? Kind of. Here you still get your monthly check-ins with the old one. So your core desired feeling, major intentions for the year. Then to generate my core desire feelings, I will. And then here it gives you like a full page for like ideas or anything that you really wanted to journal on. But if you're looking at like the daily, she gives you the 3 things. I feel like that can go. The to-do list, what you should stop doing. Now, I will say that the whole stop doing, I'm actually glad to see that she brought that in for the weekly rather than the daily. So personally, I really love the new setup just a little bit more, because here this was like a task and a half to fill it out consistently. So I mean, I still absolutely love it, and it gets me thinking, you know, just a little bit more. And I love the full monthly breakdown here. Now, I didn't really use too much in forms of highlighters on the old one either, but you can. I still find that the midliners are still one of the best ones to use for that, or the Tombow pens, because these guys are not, they generally don't really run. I used to use like just the brush pens. I don't think I need to. I don't think that I'm gonna be really doing too much doodling. This is more of a planner where you can, it just really gets your mind kind of working a little bit more. I also will say, like, the ring bound is much smaller on this, so there you go. But excellent job, you guys. I really absolutely love it, and I can't wait to dive right in and see how my year will shift because of the planner. So if you wanted to check it out, like I said, the link will be down in the description. If you wanted to get on my weekly roundup of emails where I break down the best of the best of what has been going on my YouTube channel, then make sure that you sign up for that, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoy videos such as this, because I would love to bring more of this to you so that you live a more conscious and healthy life and bring the best version of yourself out there into the world. I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye.